His opponent from Greenville, South Carolina is Tommy Seagler. Seagler has been after Vitali. He's in a different weight division. He doesn't get to fight Vitali. He's a super lightweight, Vitali a lightweight. And he's been wanting a chance to fight the #1 black belt in the country. This is his opportunity, but he comes in 1 point down with his team losing by 1 point. The matches have been very closely matched so far. Seagler aggressive, trying to hit the Vitali that's covering up.
There's that exchange, no points landed.
You can see where they were blocked.
Vitali with a back fist, lightning fast.
And the back fist scores a point for Vitali.
Vitali's back fist in front. Oh, beautiful
swing kick. Swing kick to the head, back fist to the head. He jumps to do a spinning kick, stops in midair, and they say it is no point.
Too fast for the judges. Here comes that swing kick as it grazed right by his head.
And because it did graze and did not land, it's not a point. There's the Vitali side kick, a swing kick, round kick. He's so fast with his feet, I can't say that the kick's as fast as he can kick them. There's a back fist reverse punch with another ridge hand following it. Unbelievable speed, the #1 black belt in the country, Keith Vitali.
Here comes that back fist right to the face.
Then a ridge hand came right after that. 2-0 in favor of Vitali in this match, moving his team up 10-7, and unbelievably, he lost his boot. He was thrown over the ropes, out of the ring.
We're going to get that on slow motion, I think. There it goes, and it's a dive.
You see a bare foot up in the air. No points are awarded. Keith Vitali put in a very embarrassing position, being thrown over the ropes. He'll probably get back at him just by scoring a number of points. That was a right hand, a spinning swing kick to the head. It went over his head. I don't know what they're going to call on that one.
Here comes that exchange.
It's not a point.
Right hand, here comes the jump spinning kick over the head.
It's not a point because it went over the head.
This Seagler's got a lot of spunk. He's staying right in there.
He's a very aggressive fighter. He doesn't give up. He has fast footwork. He's a super lightweight in the point karate. A little bit different in the weight divisions from the full contact. There's a hook kick to the back of the shoulder blade. No point. And the bell, Vitali winning 2-0. So the final score at getting a warm Atlanta reception. He's the #1 black belt in the United States today and has been for the last 2 years. Been rated by 3 karate magazines, Official Karate, Inside Kung Fu, and Karate Illustrated, as the #1 black belt tournament fighter in the country. And the crowd is expecting a lot from Keith Vitali. His opponent is Doug Smith. Keith going immediately with a low kick. It did not score, but then he went right to the head. And they do not call it. One judge called a red point. One judge called a white point. No one gets the point. Vitali fighting with his hands down, taunting Smith. You can see the quick movement of Vitali.
And a follow-up punch.
Vitali swept his back leg out from under him and then punched him as he hit the floor. 3 judges award the point. Vitali scores 1 for the punch. When his opponent was on the floor, that is legal in point karate.
The technique has to be controlled when they're on the floor, though, Larry. Notice he didn't actually hit Doug Smith hard. He controlled the technique when he was
You can see the quickness of Vitali. Smith moved in, and Vitali moved just out of the way and tried to hit him as he went through.
Hook kick just missing.
Vitali is known for his split-second timing, that back fist, his round kick, his hook kick, his side kick. It seems like he can land at will. 3 judges call a Vitali point. 1 judge called the Smith point. The point goes to Vitali, making the score 2-0 for Vitali, moving the Atlanta team almost out of reach of the Nashville team. But in point karate, with this explosive action, you never can tell what's going to happen.
Both fighters slipping down.
Smith dropping down to do a groin kick. Vitali seeing it at the last minute, dropping his leg down. Vitali again doing a hook kick to the head and a side kick to the body. We'll see what the judges call on that.
1 red, 2 red.
2 red and 2 no points. It's not a point. That's why the judge's decision is so important. Here we see that in slow motion.
There's a kick, lands a little on the back. Then the hook kick lands on the head right there. You see it in slow motion.
But the judges were out of position to see it. They called it no point. It was not a point. There's the bell for the end of the round. And the winner in that round, 2-0, Keith Vitali. The total team score is 8-3 in favor of the Atlanta team.
This bout, Dennis, is a little different from the full contact.
Joe, when you say that, we're not going to have the follow-through of the blows, but there is going to be a point system that we're going to be following as the fight goes on.
That's right. This is going to be the kind of fighting that people would expect to learn in the karate schools that they would use in their self-defense. A lot of the kicks that they throw here, you'll see pull just short of contact. That's how the points are scored.
Dave Deaton in the white gi, Keith Vitali in the blue. Now their flags will be thrown when the points are scored. Now explain that, just what happened, Joe.
Okay, was not enough flags for Keith Vitali in that one.
So in other words, you have to get a majority of how many?
You have to get a majority. If a judge can't tell, he puts a flag in front of his eyes indicating that he can't see. He was out of position to see.
Whether or not the guy scored some kind of a telling blow, is that it?
That's right. That means his vote doesn't count when he's out of position to see, so they take the majority of the ones that could actually see.
Okay, we're going to have 3 2-minute rounds. Now the referee will stop after each flurry.
That's right. If he thinks there was a point called, he'll call it.
1, 2. Didn't see. No point. No point. Go.
Okay. So it's still scoreless. Is that correct then, Joe?
That's right.
Neither man has been able to get any points.
That's right. That would have been a point actually.
No points. Go.
Just some of the judges were out of position, just couldn't see it. Oh, good back fist in by Keith Vitali. I don't know that the referee saw it.
The referee didn't see it, so the fight goes on. But could one of the judges have stopped it?
One of the judges could have stopped it, but oh, good round kicked in by Vitali too. That looked like a good one.
And that's the end of the round. Oh, we thought we would have seen some kind of stoppage there, but no points after the first round.
That's right.
Rest break, and then round number 2.
Through the sport of karate.
They really are. The first round went scoreless. Keith Vitali was just getting loosened up in that first round, throwing some quick stuff. In fact, some of it went out so quickly. Oh, good. Spinning back kicked in by Keith Vitali. Dave Deaton ducking his head under that kick. It came up. He thought it was going to be a side kick. It came up into his head. Oh, Keith throwing some really nice kicks. Take down, stomp. Now that you can do that in the point karate, you can't do that in the full contact when the man goes down.
I see. Once again, Keith Vitali and the blue gi are on your right of the screen.
Oh, nice back
on the left.
In. Very, very fast. Point then for Keith Vitali on the back fist. The back fist is the shot that would have landed with the back part of your knuckles. Of course, the pads protect that, but...
Okay, now there, we got to get in the clinch, and he just grabbed his man and lifted him up.
In a tournament, he could have been able to pick him up, throw him down, and do a punch or a kick once he took him down.
But in full contact, that would not be allowed, certainly.
Exactly.
Okay. Vitali seems to be very aggressive with the legs. He tries those kicks.
He is. He's very fast with that front hand, too. It looked like that front hand back fist got out there then. It was on the other side of us here. The judges agree. All of them they could see call that one a point. He gets it out there so fast.
Good left hand that time. Vitali has got 2 points now, I believe. 2-0.
Exactly. 3 points now.
Vitali in command. Dave Deaton seems like he's the one that's waiting for the action, but you can't really do that here. You've got to be aggressive all the time.
That's right. He's trying to counter Vitali's initial move, and oh, nice kicks in. One to the body, one to the head. He came with a side kick, picked it up, came with a hook kick after that. They didn't call that one. They didn't call either the side kick or the swing kick.
Still 3-0 lead, Vitali over Dave Deaton. This is a point match in karate, unlike the full contact karate that we've been watching before this evening. That's the end of round 2. We've got one more round to go. Now, Joe, this is what you said you learn in the studios, or this is what the kind of karate that is in competition around the world.
That's right. A person can come into a karate studio, learn this kind of fighting. He doesn't have to leave all bruised up, banged up. However, if he enters a karate tournament, he can express himself with other competitors there without having to worry about injury.
My question would be then, all of the people that we have been watching in the full contact bouts tonight obviously made... but the kind of karate that is in competition around the world.
That's right. A person can come into a karate studio, learn this kind of fighting. He doesn't have to leave all bruised up, banged up. However, if he enters a karate tournament, he can express himself with other competitors there without having to worry about injury.
My question would be then, all of the people that we have been watching in the full contact bouts tonight obviously made from this transition, from this level into the full contact.
That's right. This was their beginning, and they enjoyed the contact of full contact, so they went on the next step.
Third and final round. Keith Vitali.
Oh, nice double kick then by Keith Vitali. He picked a hook kick up and came right back with a round kick to the face. No question about that one. 5 flags on that one. Oh, what a kick.
Now the pressure's on Deaton. It's 4-0 Vitali, who is on your right, against Dave Deaton. Deaton in trouble. This is the third and final round of an exhibition.
Keith Vitali using both legs very well. Dave Deaton doing an extremely good job of closing the distance after the kicks. Oh, 5 flags in, 4 flags for David Deaton. That is a point.
4-1, so Deaton on the comeback trail, but he's still got a long road to hoe. Now, once again, Joe, it looked like Vitali was the aggressor, but Deaton was the one who was countering.
That's right. Vitali threw that first front hand back fist out there. Nobody called it. Oh, he tried the spinning sweep on the front leg there. The idea there is try to take the man down, and once he goes down, to follow up. Vitali throws some very hard side kicks.
Now, once again, we're looking for some kind of a blow that in normal conditions would have been a stopper. Is that right?
That's right.
But they're pulling it up just short.
If you were to carry that blow, jump spinning back kick, that landed on the arm. Good hard kick. Looked like Mike taking his breath a little bit, even though it landed on the arms. That's a jump away back kick that Keith Vitali has patented. Man comes in at him. Keith jumps up in the air, throws a back kick as he's moving away.
Got to be a very agile athlete to do that. As we said, Keith Vitali very much in control. So Deaton starting to push
nice
here.
Right hand went in then by David Deaton. He pushed Vitali all the way to the ropes.
The referee or the judges at ringside obviously agreed with you.
Now, right. Ooh, what a quick round kick that was. It was on the glove, but it sure was quick. Good right hand in by David Deaton. I don't know if they saw it or not.
It's like Keith got hurt on the side of the head or something there.
No, he covers like that.
And the protective glove came off. These are a little bit different than the ones that we've been watching in the full contact bouts.
That's right. These are foam padded gloves. The full contact fighters wear the boxing gloves because they're...
Score is 4-2, and the winner...
4-2 to Keith Vitali.
Exactly.
Vitali.
Very good fight then by Dave Deaton. Very good fight. He put on the kind of show that everybody expected him to. He did not take...
Madison Square Garden in New York City. You're watching the great New York Super Fights. We are having an evening of full contact karate coming up, and we're taking it through the evolutionary stages. We've just had a demonstration about how it all starts, and we're moving to the next step, Joe Corley, and we would now have what we call a point fight. And how would we score on this one?
Well, the point fight that we'll see here is featuring 2 of the top point fighters in the history of the sport. Our house announcer, Larry Black, is introducing William Oliver of New York City. He's won virtually every New York City tournament title, every tournament title in the northeast section of the United States, and is a fine, fine technician. There in the center we see our referee, J.T. Will from Columbus, Ohio.
Who's going to argue with him?
Not me.
Is he a former point contract karate fighter?
And you can see the response that William Oliver gets here in New York City. Very, very popular young fighter. Fine gentleman.
Now, actually, what the folks are seeing here now is unlike what we saw in the way of karate, the demonstration. We're seeing actually a combination of karate and fighting, boxing.
That's right. He's got foam pads on his hands. These are the kind of foam pads that you wear in the karate schools to keep the injury rate down.
The #1 point fighter in the
now
United
getting ready
States.
to introduce Keith Vitali, #1 point fighter in the United
Atlanta
States.
Journal has called karate's Bjorn Borg. Keith Vitali.
Now, how do young people get started in this. You know, this is something that's going on, all obviously proliferating and doing well here in the United States. You tell me there are about 1,000 fighters, 500 amateur, 500 professional, approximately. How does this all get started? We don't hear that much about it.
Well, that's in the full contact karate that we're talking about 500 and 1,000. In this point karate here, there are tournaments every weekend with 1,000 contestants in them. Probably 3 in the United States held every weekend, and there are probably another 200 held that same weekend that average 200 contestants. There are some 8 million karate students now believed to be practicing karate around the United States.
All right, the yet a bit of the game. And they greet each other, and now we get underway.
Vitali opens up with a strong skip side kick.
Now, like the full contact karate that we're going to be seeing, do they have to kick a minimum of 8 times in each round in this particular card that we have here?
No, they don't. But what you'll find here is the kicks are a lot flashier in the point karate because the consequences are not as great if you miss a kick because your opponent's not coming back after your full power. I expected to see this be the best strategic fight we've seen in point karate. That was a skipping heel kick that Vitali did, and a very spectacular kick. Hard to see it even with the speed and regular motion that we have. Oliver is a very, very cagey fighter. If you get off balance, you see he gets right back on you. Nice back leg round kick by Oliver. Vitali blocked it with his left forearm.
Now, how will they be scoring this?
You have 5 judges, the center referee, and 4 judges at ringside. The majority of the judges that see the technique will determine whether or not a point is scored, and whoever has the most points at the end of 2 rounds is called the winner.
Now, underneath those pads on the feet, they do not have shoes. Those are just pads covering bare feet, correct?
That's right, covering the tops of the feet, not the bottom. Neither man has opened up yet. Vitali with a double kick.
Vitali very aggressive, very aggressive.
Front hand back fist in by Vitali.
A red flag has been raised, Joe. I don't mean to interrupt you, but what does that mean?
1 point for Vitali. 3 judges with the flags up. That meant obviously that he got a point. Oliver then closed in with a punch of his own, 1-1.
So they raise the flag, indicating the color outfits the fellas are wearing. Red for Vitali and white for Oliver.
That was a side kick, hook kick combination in by Vitali. He did get a point for it just at the bell. So he's ahead 2 points to 1.
Now these are 2-minute rounds. We'll remind our viewers again. And this particular event will be a total of 2 rounds.
2 rounds with a 1-minute rest period in between. Whoever is ahead at the end of that second 2 minutes will be the winner.
The difference between what we're seeing right now and what we move up to in the way of full contact karate is that they fight with gloves and they make full contact. Basically, it's a logical explanation, correct?
That's exactly right. Here we see Vitali moving in, and he uses a side kick. That goes into the body, and that's where he got the second point, and he came up with a heel kick, but the heel kick was blocked. Saw Oliver move inside that heel kick. It's much easier to see it at that speed.
Both these young men about the same age. Vitali at 28, you're looking at him, and Oliver at 29. Oliver 5'5", 140. Vitali bigger, 5'10", 154. Vitali is mentioned from Atlanta, Georgia, and Oliver a local product from New York City.
This is the first time these 2 fighters have ever fought. Nice attempted sweep then by Vitali. Looked like Oliver may have used a back fist. There's 2 red flags, 2 white calls. That means that no point would be called. 2 votes for the red, 2 votes for the white. That shows you that the men probably exchanged techniques. Nice front leg round kick by Vitali as Oliver closed in.
Now, Oliver went down on that. Did he get kicked that hard where he would obviously go down as he did?
It may have slipped off his arm, and the force of the kick have the momentum from the kick knocked him down. 3 white flags, 2 reds. That's a point Oliver. That scores it. Ties the score 2-2.
2-2 fight. Second round. This is it. It's a 2-rounder. And now they're doing a little taunting act.
If they end in a tie, they go into overtime, and the man with the first point in overtime would win.
This is incredible, the techniques that these fellas use.
They're both such flashy kickers.
They really are.
I've never seen Oliver this inhibited when he fights, but when you fight the #1 guy in the country, you can't use your best stuff.
Well, they make contact. I didn't think that they were going to be making that much contact, but they actually do with the foam padding that they have on their hand.
It's controlled contact. It's pretty stiff, but they pull out. They don't really try to dig it all the way in. Vitali with a front hand back fist. 5 red flags. Vitali with a point 3-2. Vitali moving inside with a right hand reverse punch then. Oliver was approaching with a hand technique of his own.
And you'll notice, for those of you viewing, that as soon as there is contact made where they would score a point, they stop so that they can see the judges raise their respective flags.
That's right. In the full contact competition, there are no judges with flags at ringside, only judges who score on the 10-point must system. Vitali wins it 3-2. Excellent fight.
It was an excellent fight. We get a look at the winner. That is Keith Vitali, national point champion in 78, 79, and 80. And incidentally, now starting his second movie as a co-star. And I can understand why. Nice-looking young man. So that is our point fight for the night. We're going to have some more interesting fights coming up as we move into the preliminaries.